Hello.
Hello, hi, Bata.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. So basically, the purpose of this interview is for you to let the people who are watching learn
Yeah,
more about your life and basically take part in the lessons you've learned, and so we can just learn and improve as people. And so,
yeah,
going off that, can you introduce yourself briefly and your family?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm Odgerel or Otko shortly, and I live with my husband and two sons. They're 6 and 8. Both are in elementary school, and yeah, my husband and I are actually doing PhD in China, and then we came last year during the Lunar New Year. But because of this COVID, we are still home and doing our research and studies all online. So yeah, having quite a good time. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it's good that you came back to your family and stuff. So, tell us a little bit more about your career and your education background.
Yeah, I've got a teaching degree here in Mongolia.
Oh.
And then I did MBA at the Institute of Finance and Economics in Mongolia as well. And then doing PhD now. And I have quite many years of working experience, mostly in the development sector with the international organizations like Swiss Development Cooperation and Norwegian Lutheran and German Development Cooperation, all these international organizations,
Nice.
starting from the translator up to the managerial position. So yeah, I have quite long path of career. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, when and how did you learn English?
Yeah, I have been learning English for about 18 years now.
Mm.
Yeah, and when we were in school, like in 90s, English wasn't that important.
Mm.
It didn't have much impact in our lives like we have today. But this internet wasn't even widely used.
Mm.
So, but I think I had kind of passion for learning it because at that time I think there weren't many who speaks English. So someone who speaks English looks kind of trendy to me, or
Yeah.
somehow different. So I think I liked it. I wanted to learn it. So yeah, then I joined different English courses at that time, and you know studied every day. I liked it, and yeah, that's basically how I started learning it.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. And yeah, English is very, it's just so useful to have. You can like go on
Mhm.
the internet and learn anything you want. You can just see everything you
Yeah, I
want.
agree.
It's just really
Yeah.
nice to have. So you studied in India. Like how did that happen? Like why did you decide to go to India? How was it?
Yeah, I after my graduation, I was teaching in an elementary school,
Mhm.
still having dream to learn English.
Yeah.
So it was really nice that one day I saw an announcement in the newspaper that Indian embassy is receiving the applications for the scholarship,
Huh?
government scholarship.
Yep.
So it was a very huge opportunity at that time because we didn't have much scholarship from the westerns or the states like we have today. So I decided to apply, and yeah, started preparing and doing grammar and stuff. And luckily I passed the exam, and I was so excited and kind of proud, that my English is
Definitely,
good.
definitely.
But but when I arrived in India, the things were completely different because you know I still remember the day after school that teacher asked me something and I didn't really understand,
Uh,
and I couldn't even figure out whether he's speaking English or Hindi. Their accent was funny. It's funny, but by the way, their academic English is really good, I'd say.
I see.
So it was like first time in my life that my English was terrible,
Mm.
and I was like an illiterate because it was kind of professional or master level English. So my English learned in Mongolia wasn't able to catch all that. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
see.
it is. So I would say the kind of what you say, the real learning of English has started from that time.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to take the copy of my classmates' notes and learn by heart and
Yeah.
worked so hard. So yeah, after trying so hard for days and months, I think my English was much better. Like getting comfortable understanding lectures and speaking out myself. So yeah, I think the first 6 months in India was very hard time, but the most valuable time in my life. So
Definitely. So I heard that you also speak Chinese. Like, how did that happen? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, I'm learning Chinese for the last 2 years now,
Mm.
since I joined my doctorate program. And when I came there, I didn't understand a single word, but now I can kind of communicate with my friends and teachers and supervisors. So it's improved a lot.
Oh wow.
So yeah, but I'm not advanced speaker yet, but I have an ambition to reach it in a year or two because I have to defend my PhD in Chinese, not
Oh
English.
wow.
So
That's
yeah, that's
harder.
what I have to do. Yeah, but when I was there, I was teaching English to a Chinese friend,
Mm.
and then she teaches me Chinese in turn. So I speak the half, and then they speak the half.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the good way of learning and practicing
Yeah.
the language. Yeah. And now in Mongolia, I'm also teaching Chinese and English online. So that's also a good opportunity for me to
Very good.
practice
It's very good.
both language, and same time I can help others too. Yeah.
Yeah. So is Chinese difficult? Because it's like a lot. It's very different to English. I feel like.
Yeah, it is. I'd say it is different. It's not easy,
Mm.
but really worth learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
one of the
One
most
of
like
the most spoken language. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I kind of realized that uh, I need to double the effort made into English
Mm.
because Chinese is a tonal language.
Yeah.
It has got four different tones. You have to learn them. It's not accent or pronunciation. It's a
Mm.
tone. And then you have characters. They call it hanzi.
Yeah.
With all these strokes and things.
Yeah.
And then you have Latin pronunciations called pinyin. So you have to learn three things together.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of difficult and takes more mental challenges for the brain.
I see.
By the way, I read an interesting article about Chinese that learning Chinese requires, both sides of the brain, left and right. But the other languages use only left side of the brain
Oh.
because yeah, it's interesting. And when for instance, you want to learn characters and remember how it is written and all that, it also helps to improve your visual recognition too,
Mm.
because it's not just the letters, it's kind of alpha, not the letters, but it's what you call drawing or
Yeah.
strokes. So
Yeah.
it's kind
Strokes.
of different. Yeah, but I think I'll try my best because learning Chinese having good Chinese will benefit me
Great.
both in personal and professional life.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. Definitely. So you've like learned two languages so far. You've lived in like multiple environments with like different languages in that. What do you think is the best way of learning a language faster? Like, what's the best way to learn a language?
I think it's the first thing is commitment and consistency,
Mm.
and then you have to have a goal, and but there are different skills, like speaking and reading, writing, and all that. So for the speaking, I have so many people around learning English for years, but still don't speak.
Mm.
So, I want to say that what my professor told me once. She says, like, understanding is a passive skill and speaking is an active skill.
Oh, that's a good.
So understanding a sentence doesn't mean that you can speak. That's
Yeah.
what she says. And she says, like, just go out and speak out, do some mistakes, and your mistakes won't change unless you make it.
Yeah.
And it's not just you are sitting in the room alone and studying. So go out and hang out with people who speaks English, and because it's really important, because I see in the campus or in the dorm that whole Mongolians are hanging out with Mongolians, and all Koreans are always with Koreans. It's understandable, but when you want to learn a language, we should do the opposite.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, because if you always think, oh, how would they think, and they don't understand what I'm saying, and I look stupid, all these kind of stuffs are holding you back to speak. So better we can go out and speak as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I think for the reading skill, what I did was like I take a book, textbook, or whatever book I have, and then I read it out loud as if I'm talking to somebody or teaching to someone. So that's what I did every day for an hour. I think for a year, I think that's, and but the same passage again and again until it becomes part of your memory. Because if you just read it once and finish, okay, you understand the passage, but you will forget it tomorrow because
Yeah.
you didn't use it for your own language. So I think that's also very good way of improving the reading and understanding and listening skills at the same time. And uh, I think for the listening, it's really good to learn with the rhythm, music. I like music, so I used to listen a lot of rock bands and even rap songs.
Mm,
So old school and stuff. I like that. So I think this is called learning by imitation. Imitate someone
makes sense.
or imitate someone who has good English. So I think that helped a lot. So
Mm.
yeah, and do it every day. Unless you practice
Consistent.
every day, your English won't improve. So yeah, that's how I would say.
I definitely agree with everything you've said. Like it just is.
Yeah.
I went through this exact same process, and it really helped me to get where I was. Going out and
Mm,
talking to people all the time,
yeah.
even if I can't speak properly, you just keep doing it,
Yeah.
and at some point you get it. And yeah,
Yeah. Even now we are talking and we are still making mistakes, so it doesn't really matter. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So, how would you say like learning the languages you like Chinese and English have benefited your life?
Oh yeah. It has a lot of benefit in my life. It has changed my life in so many ways. You can travel different countries and it opens up new career opportunities and better benefits and salaries and all that. So when I was working in different organizations, I used to travel and different parts of the world, see different things, meet different people, and it is, I think it's, I want to say that the most important language in our life is of course Mongolian language,
Hmm.
and we should have an excellent Mongolian, and but having excellent Mongolian alone doesn't really help us to step forward.
Yeah,
So we have to learn second or third language. So it has given me a lot, and because I worked mostly with these multinationals all around the world. So the thing is that they have their own mother tongue, but they speak Chinese or English, so which gives them a huge opportunity.
definitely.
So we cannot compare with them without having good English or Chinese. So because I know so many Mongolians who are excellent in their profession, but just because they don't speak English, they're kind of losing a lot of
You're
chances.
limited.
So yeah, so that's why I think language is really good thing to learn.
Yeah, 100%. So how long have you spent in India? Like,
It's about 2.5 2 years and a half
okay, and then
from a master's degree. Yeah.
oh yeah, and then now you were in China like a year back before you came because of COVID and stuff. So
Yep. Yeah.
like, was there anything special or amazing that you've like learned or like witnessed in China or India, anything like that?
Yeah, they are very different. I worked with mostly with Westerns,
Yeah.
like Europeans and Americans, but the experience with these two countries were completely different.
Hmm.
And India is a very hot tropical country, very humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I like that kind of weather because your skin won't get dry and your hair is growing and glowing. I mean, it's really nice.
Hmm.
And food is different, of course. They are vegetarians because of the weather, and it has also something to do with their religion, I think.
Yeah.
No, they are different. But to be honest, I didn't like it at the first glance, but living there for 2 years, I started to understand the culture and people, and so I see how this Hinduism or Buddhism philosophy has influenced their way of life and the way of thinking. And, they do a lot of meditation and yoga and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I like them. And China is again very different.
Very different. Yeah.
And it was the first time in my life that I came to a country where no one speaks English. So it's very different
Ah,
country.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I had to learn a very good Chinese, especially when I'm doing my PhD. So,
'Cause you can't talk to
but
anyone.
we have yeah, a lot of things to learn from Chinese people. They are kind of early birds and working so hard, and now the country is growing so fast, and they have got so many like world-class universities now, like Tsinghua, Beijing,
Yeah.
Shanghai, and all these schools. So I learned a lot living in these two countries. Yeah, I like them both.
Definitely, definitely. So you said you were teaching English and Chinese online right now from home and stuff like that. What's your goal with that? Like, are you trying to expand on it in the future, or are you gonna go somewhere else, or what are you thinking for like for your future?
Yeah, here in Mongolia, I hear almost every day that everyone's talking about English, want to learn English, want to speak English, and have to learn. And my friends and family all. And so, I also learned English with a lot of struggle and still learning it. So, you know, I have something to share, what I've gone through and how I learned and all this stuff. And I'm doing like free video lessons. And also I'm now doing this complete beginner course and business English course.
Oh,
So I think I will finish it within a month. So yeah, if someone is interested starting to learn English, then they can join my beginner English course. And if someone is learning English for the work or professional level, they can join my business English course. And you'll be learning how to communicate at the work and how to write emails and letters and talk to people on the phone and participating interviews and
yeah.
meetings and all this stuff. And also different areas, business areas like medical science and business marketing, all these things. So apart from language, I'm planning quite many things actually,
Mm,
because I'm a kind of person uh, passionate about learning new things and love to share with others. And as a teacher with
yeah.
business background and doctorate student, and considering my age and experience,
Mm,
yeah, and I have something to share. And
yeah.
not only language, but like many other things which can be taught online, like self-development things and online business possibilities and marketing. I think this will be beneficial to others and myself as well. So if anyone is interested, they can join my Facebook page and the website called Online Master Tech. I'm using the chat. Yeah. So where I'll be, sharing the knowledge and tools and the resources that I continue to learn and, share with others who are interested.
Hmm.
Because, I kind of realized that there is unlimited possibilities that internet is offering to everyone
Yeah.
of us, regardless of where we live. So yeah, so I realized that I can use my potential more resourcefully and share with others using internet. So I'm kind of planning to do it and doing, seeing myself doing it for a long time in the future.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. And I'm sure you'll be successful considering how you're a very, very committed and very consistent person, and you've learned all these English languages and you've done so many great things. So all that I understand. I believe that you'll
Thank
do
you.
as well. So yeah. Thanks for the interview. That was a really great interview. I really love
Yeah,
what you're trying to do and what you're gonna do in the future. So yeah, it was great having you.
yeah, thanks, Bada. Yeah, thanks again for the interview, and it was really nice talking to you, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
for the
much.
invitation.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye bye.